forest growers' #1 worst enemy, public enemy #1. So we've actually mowed down this ground very fine and shallow tilled it and put in a cover crop of buckwheat, daikon radish, a little bit of clover, a little bit of wind cassia and lupins. So we're wanting to block that out now. We've killed the legume vine, we're baking it down in the sun, we've put the seeds in, so we've got the backup system. And that's going to then facilitate this pumpkin vine to come in. So in this row, we have banana, freshly chopped this morning. Okay, that's how we chop them. We keep the borer out, so we plant them as a little sucker, and then we chop them back, which encourages them to shoot through, which we'll have a look up there. So banana, that's the main kind of cash crop. Yeah, that's the focus. And then we have 1, 2, 3 lemongrasses in between. And then on each lemongrass we have just standard beans. Doesn't look like this row got planted, but we have those green beans. And then in the middle of those bananas we have the mulberry cutting. And then we have we're trialing out whether you can do a popcorn cassia cutting, because it looks like it will. And that's protected by the shade of all this, so we get a good sprout there. And then on the bananas we have mint on this edge. And of course the pumpkin on the back, and then cranberry hibiscus on the front, which looks like cranberry hibiscus didn't make it, but come have a look. Come have a look down here. This is a cranberry hibiscus. Very good biomass, grows very fast, adds a really nice red colour, and you also use the leaves, very sweet tangy leaves in salads or in tea. So here's a banana that we have the sucker coming back up from the side. We have the mint on this side, smelling very nice, and then we've got our heirloom pumpkins here. So planted heirloom pumpkin on the banana, and then in between the banana as well. So there's not a lot going on in this system. We want to keep it that way because we want to keep a basic cropping system. So up in this row then we have cassava on each side of our, here it is, come have a look. That's the moringa log, which is basically the cutting. And we bury that up and just leave one little eye to come through, and then we have cassava here to block out that space, and then we have our bananas, the cranberry hibiscus. So this line we actually left, we didn't cut it because it came out quickly, but we see we got beans here, beans there. So we have a short crop of beans coming through, which is also pumping nitrogen into that lemongrass, and just overall taking a bit of space. And then these pumpkins are going to move in. We'll just get a quick bean harvest. That's going to help establish the lemongrass. So this row is the moringa and the cassava. And then we come up here and we have, again, we have blue java. We see we cut it and then we can see the sprout of the banana coming through. We've got the hibiscus, the beans and the lemongrass. Come have a look at this cut as well. So this was cut less than a week ago. So we cut it and it triggers it. So we leave it up for a bit, yeah, and then that drains all the juice into the root ball. We leave roots on the banana because the banana does shoot fresh roots out of the old roots, so we're wanting to tap into that system. Now we cut that just at the right time when there's still living tissue, and that stimulates a pulse into the banana, and bang, out comes the banana. So that's the quickest way to get a banana shoot that I've found. And then in the middle we have the mulberry cutting, so planted underneath the lemongrass and the beans. So it's mulberry, moringa, mulberry, and then if we step up to this system, we've got again banana, and then in the middle we have avocado seed, and then with the avocado we have the cassava to bush up and protect it and help it to come through. And then of course at the bottom of the field we have our amaranth. So that's for grain production. So we got grains, we got vegetables. We could quite easily put a lot more salads and a lot more vegetables in underneath this forest system quite easily. I mean, we could put more in through here as well, but we're wanting to just reduce the amount of workload we have in this area. We're wanting to get that canopy of the banana up and then facilitate the future ginger production in and amongst this forest system. So we're thinking about a quick cycle harvest, 8-10 week harvest on the beans. Then we're thinking about a 3-month harvest on the bananas. And we've got, of course, we've got eggplants in that back here as well. And then we're thinking about a year where we're hitting our mulberries and our bananas. And of course we're eating the cranberry hibiscus and the moringa in the meantime. Probably harvested a heap of potatoes that we're putting into storage, and then around that 1 year mark we can start to harvest cassava. So you know, a lot of cassava in through here, at least 100 kilos, so we know we're protected through all of those systems. And then of course our main focus is the bananas. So all of this wave is riding up to the banana production. Fruits and everything as a byproduct. That's integrated forest system.